does the mom of the baby do visitations with him? In past videos, you talked about Aaron's addiction to gaming.
That is a real fear. Are you planning on adopting the baby? So I'm gonna word it this way. Good morning, Keep It Crazy family. So we are taking the baby over to the park for the first time. I'm so excited. He's been really into like water and climbing and just exploring his surroundings. So I feel like the park is a perfect place for that. But I thought while we were doing that, we'd answer some of your questions, which you have some really good ones. So first question, we're just going for it. How much do your kids with jobs help financially within the household? Or do they save it for their future car/house, etc.? The kids do not contribute financially to our household at all. Like they don't pay any of the bills or anything like that. They do save all of their money for their future. Each of them have goals and different things in mind and different things that they want to save for. But yes, they do use it for that.
He just learned how to give high fives.
He just learned how to give high fives?
Yeah, because he's been like banging on stuff and he like hit my hand and he realized like it made the clap sound and so he kept doing it. That's called a high five.
That's so cute. First high five. Let's see a little baby hand. High five.
Get it, get it, get it, get it.
That's so cute.
He looks so concerned.
Woo!
Is that fun? He has the biggest smile on his face.
Hallie, if you're okay to speak on it, as someone who has had anxiety since a younger age, what are some good coping mechanisms that have helped you? My 9-year-old Lola has generalized anxiety.
I think it's really just depends on like how bad your anxiety is. Like if it's crippling, you might need to get on medication. At one point I thought I had to, but I just dealt with some of the stress factors in my life that were affecting my anxiety, and that really helped a lot. Therapy is a big one so that you can work through, you know, what's stressing you out or what's causing your anxiety. Identifying triggers, like keeping a journal and just, you know, kind of figuring all of that out for yourself. It's really just, I don't know, it's like individual, depends on your individual struggle, I guess.
And your breathing, if it's like a panic attack.
Yeah, I learned about what is that method called? The 5 senses?
The 5-4-3 method or something?
5-4-3-2-1 method. I suggest looking into that. It's really helpful for me. Obviously, I'm not going to like fully explain it because there's a lot to it, but yeah.
Okay, next question. So my question is on your last video, Crystal. You asked the viewers if she should make the room into a nursery or a salon or podcast room, etc. Are you planning on adopting the baby? I know there's a lot that you're not sharing due to respect for the baby and his situation. So I'm going to word it this way. If the baby became available for adoption, would we adopt him? Yes, absolutely. But as of right now, we don't know quite yet. Does Tristan have contact with any other foster homes he was in before or after you guys?
Yes, I am. So I've recently been in contact with my grandpa, or it's a weird situation, but it's actually my mom's old foster home, and I've had recent contact with them. I'm a pretty arm's length person, so yes and no. I exchange like, hey, how you do? It's like I live in the same small town that I used to, so I see them around every once in a while, but I'm not exactly going over to hang out.
No.
Apparently parks aren't just for little kids. Is it scary?
Now imagine if there was another person on the other side.
It would almost be better because then it would be balanced out.
Why has Hallie and Max stopped posting on their channels?
This question submitted by Crystal Pettit 6.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't. Crystal Garcia, though. Her name is Crystal.
I don't know. Maybe I don't love it as much as I used to, like making my own videos. I enjoy helping making these, but I don't know, making my own videos. Now, if I like work on my truck, I could definitely see myself making another video, but that's still in progress.
So the reason that I haven't been posting on my channel is because it's a lot of work. Creating videos and coming up with ideas of things to film, that part, super easy. I could film my entire life. I always have something going on, but it's actually the editing that gets me. It's super long, it's tedious, and I get super insecure watching myself back on camera that it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to post that, or oh, I look weird in this clip, and so that's kind of what's been holding me back, is like my own insecurity.
Has there been any scorpions recently? The answer is no! Woo! I actually have 2 bug services. Did you like that? Yeah! I have 2 bug services, and so we have not seen any scorpions. Right now we just have a little snake problem. How does the stress of being on camera for the world to see your lives on a regular basis affect your family? That's actually that's a good question. That's a really good question. Yeah. I would say for the most part, it's actually so fun. I feel like it's like one big family and it's fun and this part of that and all of that. But what part I feel like is not fun is sometimes things go out into the public that you don't really want out in the public, I guess. What else? How would you word that, Tristan?
I think that there's a lot of positives to it because you get to share all like the really good stuff. But even if you do something like the camera sees such like a small percentage of someone's like actual life or the kind of person that they are, and people will just jump to being like, I saw a 5-second clip of you being mean or whatever, and they jump to judgment. So I think that's, in my opinion, like my least favorite part, is that people will like see something and just assume.
She comes down quick, you gotta catch him.
I know, I'm like,
He's like, what did I
He's so shocked.
What was that?
Whoa. Yeah.
He's like, I've never seen that before.
He forgot to have fun.
Okay, the splash pad is open and it's pretty warm today, so it's perfect. We're gonna let him play in the water.
what is that? He's like, oh wait, I love this.
Do you think that you'll do Vlogmas this year? Crystal, can you bottle up some of your energy and send it to me pretty please? Thank you for all you do. That's so sweet. Here's some bottled energy going out to you. Woo! Yes, I will be doing Vlogmas this year and I'm so excited because we have some crazy stuff going on this December. Everything from a 15 to some other exciting announcements. I'm so excited for Vlogmas. So yes, we will be doing it. How is Bella doing after surgery and how is the baby? How much longer is he staying? Bella is doing amazing. She didn't like her nose at first because it was really swollen, but every day that swelling is going down and down. And I know people are like, it doesn't take a whole year. It can take up to a year for your nose to completely unswell. So it can. But she is loving it and she can breathe so well. So it's been amazing for her. And how much longer is the baby staying? We don't know. From dawn to dusk, if you could change one thing, what would it be and why? All right, Holly, to you.
Change one thing?
Yep. What would it be and why?
Like in general?
Yeah, can be anything.
The cost of groceries.
The cost of housing in general.
Yeah.
Tristan, do you still live in Payson?
Yes.
And are you planning on staying there?
No, I'm not going to stay. As soon as this lease is done, I'm going to come back down. It's just too expensive for gas. You're so happy.
In past videos, you talked about Aaron's addiction to gaming. I see where he still plays, and so do many of the kids. Do you ever get concerned about addiction again for Aaron or the kids? Do you have time limits or restrictions?
Yes, that is a real fear. I feel like there definitely is like video game addiction out of there, and we had talked about it a long time ago when Aaron and I first got married. It was a problem. Since then, I feel like Aaron's really good at controlling, like, okay, I'm just gonna play a couple games, and normally he plays them with the kids, so it's like a bonding experience. And in that way, I feel like video games can be good because it's something we could do together as a family, or like several of us can jump on and play, and that's all really good. But I do think that there needs to be some limits and some definite boundaries put into place with them. So we do, for our kids, we have like a bedtime where basically their internet shuts off after a certain time, depending on homework and chores and all the other fun stuff. I feel like we have a pretty good limits and boundaries with it, but I do think we could even do better because I do worry about future and it turning into an addiction.
Can you please do a then and now with Aurora, as the new people can get a good understanding of what everyone means, how far she has come, instead of going to watch old videos? Not that it's a bad thing, plus hopefully get her reaction on it as well.
That's actually a really good idea. Yes, I would love to put that together because even I see such a big difference in just her speech alone. Like, for those of you who've been with our channel for a while, she didn't start talking until she was almost 4 years old. So it has been a long journey for her, but I'm so incredibly proud of her. But I'd love to put that all together to see the progress. I think that would be amazing just for me to even watch through.
Yeah. So this person asked, does the mom of the baby do visitations with him? I'm glad that y'all are giving him the loving care for him. Yeah, that was the end of the sentence.
The first part. I think it was a several part question.
Yeah.
Yes, the answer is yes. A lot of people are like, when we went to Cancun recently, and they're like, oh my gosh, grandma's watching the baby. No, actually the baby was with his mom. And
That's
she
why
sees
you guys
him.
didn't see him.
Yeah, she sees him regularly, and she's very much a part of his life. So we love her.
Do the kids have a limit on their electronic devices, phones, computers, gaming systems?
So we don't have like, we did used to be like, okay, you get 4 hours a day or whatever it was. But the hard part about it now is that the kids work on Chromebooks for homework even. So we can't like shut down devices, otherwise their homework stuff shuts off. But there are definitely limits, and there is a bedtime at the end of the day.
Do your children still have a good relationship with the ones that have moved out, like Melinda and Alex, and I'm assuming Luke, me, everybody?
Yes, actually it's so cute. Aurora calls everybody.
Yeah.
Pretty much on a daily basis. It was so funny. Hannah went out of town recently. Aurora called her every morning to say good morning, and every night to say she missed her and she loved her. And Hannah's like, literally, it touched my heart so much. It was the cutest thing. Ariana, the same thing. Aurora calls her all the time, and Ariana loves it. She's like the closest with her because Aurora does really well at putting in that effort. And then I do see Brody playing with Alex on games and different things like that. And so, yes, I feel like the kids do pretty good at that. This is a Dalmatian bird behind you, and I've never seen a Dalmatian one.
We were just talking about this.
Pan to the Dalmatian bird. Wow. He's the real star of the show.
The questions are for the family to answer, not the fans. You and Aaron have a loving heart.
Oh, thank you so much. This is from Mary Hopcroft. I love you all. I've enjoyed seeing the kids grow and the family expand. My question is, how has having a baby in your home changed things? Does everyone pitch in with them? So it's actually kind of crazy because Aurora was our youngest and she's now 9. And so it's been a while since we've got a baby in the house. But I will say babies bring so much love and joy into your home. Like, it has been absolutely amazing. Every single person pitches in and helps in some type of way, even if it's just coming home from school and they're just like, hi, and they'll go and talk to the baby for a second and then go about their business or whatever the case is. Or a lot of kids are like, can I watch him while you take a shower? Or can I do this? And like, everyone just loves the baby so incredibly much. So I would say it has changed our household for the better. I feel like there's more closeness and love and joy, and we had all that, don't get me wrong, it was all there, but a baby just brings like a new little spark in the home. So I have really loved having him here. It's been such a joy. Do the kids feel closer to bio siblings or everyone the same? I will say some of the kids do have more of a connection with bio families, and then some of them have connections with everyone the same. I will say the ones with like the bio is like if they've gone to a major trauma or a major event together that has like brought them closer, and they just have this like unbreakable bond because they've been through something. But then I will say, like, over the years, as we build all these memories and all these different situations together and these different bonds, then I feel like it's the same as bio. Like, everyone just feels like it's so incredibly close. One example of that is when Jake at our old house fell behind this like barbed wire fence behind our back fence. And Lucas just went straight brother mode. He jumped this barbed wire fence to like save him and help him and do this whole thing. And it was just like, and he's holding him as he's bleeding, and I'm trying to get him over the fence, and it's this whole thing. And I will say, through that experience, Jake looked at me and he's like, that's my brother. And he just got this like incredible like bond through that experience, knowing that he would be there for him no matter what the situation was or what danger it put Lucas in. But I will say there's different experiences that they go along the way that creates that bond. And so now it's kind of just like everyone feels like bio, even though they're different groups. Hi, Roba.
Hi.
Have you ever lost close relationships because of YouTube? Yes, unfortunately. I am going to do a video soon talking about my last couple years have been a lot of betrayal and a lot of really, really hardships. And so I'm finally ready to talk about some of the situations with it. But I will go into that more when it comes to that. But yes. When are the tiny home models? Are you guys gonna make new intro with all the kids in the video? So I do want to do a Christmas intro coming up this year, which I'm so excited about. We're actually picking out Christmas pajamas, and I'm hoping that we can put it all together. The tiny homes are still going. It's a lot more difficult to get permits and get everything in than we thought it would be, but we're working on it. Crazy Pieces Lover says, one question, are you interested in traveling to Australia? Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so when we went to Thailand for Bella's graduation, there were so many people from Australia there that we met and we talked to, and just about everything in Australia, and it got us all so excited, and we really, really want to go. So it would be incredible. Hopefully sometime soon. Hopefully. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay. I love quick phrase parenting. I picked up from you saying, I love you too much to argue with you. Is there any other little quick phrases that you use with your children? I'd love to know another one. One of mine that I love to use is you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. I love that one too. I would say I love you too much to argue is my favorite phrase to use, because it kind of just shows like, I'm not going to argue with you about this. We're not going to go back and forth and have a power struggle. I just love you so much that I don't want to argue with you. Like, and that just, yeah, that is how it is. And I love that. Another one I use is that really drains my energy, which I truly feel that way. Like when kids are doing different things or they're not making the best choices and or they're not doing their chore and you have to do extra chore or whatever the case is, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that really drains my energy. And so when it comes to like later on wanting to be driven to a friend's house or wanting to do something else, and I'm like, you know what, like I just don't have the energy because I had to help do your chore, or I had to do this, or whatever the case is. It's another one I use, but I probably have a lot. I just don't know off the top of my head. Oh, we'll come back to that one in another video and I'll go more into that. I have a question for emergency preparedness. What's a good thing to prep besides food, rice, beans for cold winters? Obviously, you guys have seen us do a lot of power banks. I do think power banks is a really good thing to have. So that's one of them. And then also flashlights with batteries, extra batteries. That's something we had the power go out in our Presidio house a while ago, and I had to light candles because I didn't have any batteries for the flashlight, and I couldn't find a lot of my flashlights. So make sure you know where everything is. Another thing we have in our kits is walkie-talkies for emergency preparedness. And so if your phone dies or if you don't have service or whatever the case is, you'll be able to talk through walkie-talkies. So I thought that was a cool one. And like a little wind-up radio thing we have that you could get signal somewhere in case like signal went out. So just different little things like that. We actually have a video that we did with our emergency preparedness bags. So I will link that at the end of this video or in the description that you could check that out. Is it possible to foster and plan on not adopting? Yes, there are actually a lot of homes out there that just do foster care. For example, Ariana was in a home prior to our home, and they were like an older couple, and he was a pastor of a church, and they just foster kids. And then once they're available for adoption, they help find them a forever home, and I think that's so sweet. I was just talking about you.
You were?
Yeah, I was talking about when you jumped over the wall to save Jake when
Oh,
you put the
yeah.
barbed wire, and how like sweet
I remember that.
of a brother you
That
are.
felt like so long ago.
That was so long ago. Okay, next question. Have you had any negative actions from foster or adopted children's parents where you needed to call authorities? So no, like I never needed to call like authorities with anything. But some situations, like with bio, makes me sad. Just if they say negative things or they create situations that aren't necessary, it's just sad. It makes me sad. Does Brody have any biological siblings? Love from Norway. That's absolutely amazing. I want to go to Norway too. But no, he does not. As far as I know, he doesn't. Though they did. So he was always an only child, and everyone's like, he's an only child. At one point I heard in like the court that there might have been an older sister, but she was like, he would have been 1 and she was like 20 or something. She was a lot older. And so, but I don't know if it was a bio sibling or an aunt. So I don't think he does, but I'm not sure with that. All right, well, that is all the questions. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all next time. Bye.